Hello and welcome to the ADHD Guru podcast. My name is Jonathan Carroll. I am an ADHD and executive functioning coach. For more information on me, you can visit my website at adhdguru.com. You can call me at area code 877-398-2343. You can send me an email to Jonathan, that's Jonathan, at adhdefcoach.com. You can find me on YouTube and at Twitter at ADHD Guru, all one word. And maybe you're watching this video on YouTube. Thank you. If you're listening to the iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or TuneIn Radio, thank you. If you'd like to leave me some feedback, it'd be greatly appreciated as I try to grow the podcast. Any show ideas you might have, love to hear them. So I can go ahead and talk about certain topics and kind of make this an interactive and user-friendly type thing. Also, this is going to be a visual, though, so for you on YouTube, you'll see this. I wrote an article in this latest issue of Attention Magazine from Chad. It is on page 28. It is enjoying an evening out, so I'm showing everybody this beautiful magazine. My second time published in Attention Magazine. Very exciting. If you have a chance, check that out. You can always get a subscription to that through your Chad membership. If you have ADHD, I would strongly recommend joining Chad. It really does a lot of work to advocate on behalf of us folks with ADHD and provides a lot of really helpful and useful information. So I would recommend that. So let's get into today's topic, speaking of ADHD. So you are an adult suspecting you have ADHD. Okay. Maybe you think that because one of your children was just diagnosed with it. Maybe you think that because you read something on the internet. Maybe you think that because your buddy said so, or your girlfriend said so, or your boyfriend said so. Somebody says, "Hey, man," or "Hey, hey, person." We'll try to keep this gender neutral. You have ADHD, and you are doing all these things that I know show that you have ADHD. Okay. So you say, well, that sounds about right. You know, these things that I deal with resemble what I think ADHD is. So what should I do? Well, the way we find out what children is, we run a battery of tests. We do neuropsychological testing, which will test a variety of things to rule out different conditions and verify whether or not a client has ADHD. So we do the testing. And through that, we know more of what we're dealing with. But you're an adult, so you've already finished school, you're on a job, and you kind of know that you're dealing with some of these things. Do you really need the same validation? Now, of course, I would never advise against being tested. But what I would say is understand the process that you're getting into. What are you trying to find out more about? Do you want to perhaps go on medication? Are you looking for accommodations in the workplace? Are you going back to school and looking for accommodations at work? All the above, none of the above. There's a variety of reasons. So I would strongly suggest that if you're looking to getting tested, figure out what it is that you're trying to have accomplished. And really, if you find an evaluator that you like, I would ask the same question and say, like, look, this is something that sounds very good to me. This sounds like something that could really help me. But I would like to know if this is something that would help me down the road, if this is something that I could really apply on a regular basis to help myself, and what am I going to do with that information? Because I will tell you that testing for ADHD neuropsychologically is not an inexpensive or easy process. It takes time to do that, and that's why it's so expensive, because there's a lot of things that go into that testing. So I would highly recommend that you find out exactly what it is you want to find out. I would ask a lot of questions of the evaluator to see if he or she really understands what you're trying to get out of the testing, and then more to the point is figure out what you're trying to get out of the testing. So I hope that makes a little bit of sense. So I'm not advising against testing. I'm just saying, as an adult, you have to kind of look at it as, what am I hoping to learn about myself that I don't already know now? And what am I going to do with that information? So with that, let me close by again giving you my contact information. I am Jonathan Carroll. I am an ADHD and executive functioning coach, and you can find me at ADHDguru.com. You can call me at area code 877-398-2343. You can send me an email to Jonathan, that's JONATHAN, at ADHDEFcoach.com. You can find me on YouTube, which maybe you're watching this video now, or at Twitter at ADHD Guru. You can find me on Facebook at ADHD and Executive Functioning Coach, ADHD EF Coach. And with that, we'll see you the next time. Thank you so much.